Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Stock My Closet. For today's project, I have taken 3-meter cotton fabric and the width of fabric is 44 inch. Firstly, I'll cut the back bodies, and for that I have cut out the required length 15 inch, including 1 inch for seam allowance from the fabric, and I have folded the fabric by half in width. Now I'll mark the measurements. For shoulder, take half of shoulder width. In my measurement, shoulder width is 13.5 inch. So half of it is 6.75 inch. Neck width is 3 inch. Mark half inch downwards for shoulder slope and join it to the neck width point. From this point, mark half of armhole round, that is 7 inch in my measurement. Extend this point. Mark 1 inch inwards and again join it to the shoulder slope point. From the top, mark a point at 10.5 inch shoulder to burst point and 14.5 inch shoulder to waist point. Now I'll mark the round measurements. For chest, I'm adding 2 inch of ease. In my measurement, chest round is 31 inch. 31 plus 2 is 33 and dividing it by 4, I'll get 8.25 inch. For burst, I'm adding 3 inch of ease. In my measurement, burst round is 32 inch. 32 plus 3 is 35 and dividing it by 4, I'll get 8.75 inch. For waist, I'm adding 3 inch of ease. In my measurement, waist round is 28 inch. 28 plus 3 is 31 and dividing it by 4, I'll get 7.75 inch. Join these points. Give slight curve to this pointed shape, adding around 1 inch for seam allowance. Now I'll draw front and back armhole curve. Back neck is 5.5 inch deep, adding half inch for seam allowance, so I'll mark a point at 6 inch. Again mark neck width point 3 inch. Join these points. I'm making round shape. So this is a marking for back bodies. Now I'll cut it. Now I'll cut the front bodies. For front, again I have cut out the required length and I have folded the fabric by half in width. Now from unfold side, mark half inch from top to bottom. Join these points. Now taking this line as center, place the back bodies. And I'll cut it. Cut the front from the center as well. Now I'll draw front neckline. For all measurements, take this line as center. So I'll mark neck width point 3 inch. Neck depth is 11.5 inch, adding half inch for seam allowance. So I'll mark a point at 12 inch. Again mark neck width point 3 inch. join these points. Now I'll draw V-shaped neckline. Now I'll cut it. So I've cut both front and back bodies. Now I'll cut the bottom. For bottom, I'm making gathered waistline, and for that we just need a rectangular piece of fabric. So I need 2 layers, and length of bottom will be full length of jacket minus body's length. In my measurement, full length of jacket is 52 inch and body's length is 14 inch. So 52 minus 14 is 38. So bottom length is 38 plus 1 inch for seam allowance. And I have taken whole width of fabric, that is 44 inch. You can change it according to your requirement. So with this, cutting of jacket is complete. Now I'll stitch it. I'll finish front neckline and back neckline using bias tape. Place the bias tape on the neckline, right sides together, and make a stitch. Now on the curve, I'll just make small cut only on the body's fabric. Now fold the bias tape like this and make a stitch on the inner edge. Again, change the direction on the curve. And continue the stitch. So this is how it will look. Now I'll trim the excess fabric and I'll make final fold of bias tape after stitching the bottom and bodice. I have 2 lengths for bottom, one for front and one for back. I'll just keep back length aside and I'll cut front part from the center because this is jacket and I need it front open. So for front I have 2 pieces. Now on one side I'll add gathers and on the other side I'll just finish the bottom round. I'm taking finished edge for the center, so I'll just fold it once and I'll make a stitch on the inner side of the fold. Similarly, I'll fold and finish on the other side. Now I'll finish the bottom round, and for that just double fold the seam allowance and make a stitch on the inner edge. So I finished the bottom round. Now on the other side I'll make basting stitch to add gathers. Just select the highest stitch length on your sewing machine and make a straight stitch. Now pull the bobbin thread and adjust gathers according to the body's waist. Place the bodies on the bottom, right sides together, and make a stitch. So I have attached bodies and bottom. Now I'll make the final fold of the bias tape. It will look neat from this joint, and also I'll remove the basting stitch. So I finished the neckline. Now similarly I'll finish other sides. So I've attached bodice and bottom on both front and back side. Place the front on the back, right sides together, and stitch shoulder slope on both sides. I've stitched shoulder slope on both sides, and I've also finished armholes. Lastly, I'll stitch the side fitting seam on both sides. Similarly, I'll stitch the other side. And with this, my jacket is ready, and this is how it looks. I have paired it with anarkali kurti, which I have shared in my previous video. If you want to check it out, I'll share the link in the description box. I have used cotton fabric. You can use the same pattern and just replace the fabric to make party wear jacket as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and do subscribe my channel for more such videos. And I'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.